Well, greetings, beloved. I am Dr. Kobe S. Fitzgerald, lead pastor here at Ecclesia Ministries. You are about to receive a life-changing word. Listen, like, subscribe, share, join us on all of our social media platforms, and let others know that a life-changing word is coming their way. Be blessed.
I ask y'all to turn. I know it's why we're going to Revelation, and it's not revelations. Is revelation. There's only one revelation of Jesus Christ. And actually, we read the first part of the book. It says it's the only book that says, "Blessed is the reader that reads this book." Tap your neighbor and say, "You blessed already." You blessed already. Verse 7 here, read of the Lord. And when the 1,000 years were expired, Satan shall be loosed out of his prison. Oh my. And shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the four quarters of the earth. Oh my. Gog and Magog. Oh my. To gather them together to battle, the number of whom is as the sand of the sea, which is like an alliteration of saying it's innumerable. And they went up on the breadth of the earth. God, I feel your Holy Ghost already. Thank you for help. The innumerable amount of people gathered by the devil that just got out of prison, they went up on the breadth of the earth and surrounded or compassed the camp. Do y'all see that? The camp of the saints. Do y'all see that? Say something back to me. Y'all see that? So you got the whole world gathering against the saints. Some of y'all feel like that right now. Yeah. Take me storefront in about 2 seconds. And the beloved city, that's Jerusalem. Say, And fire came down from God out of heaven and devoured them. Y'all missed the good news. And the devil that deceived them was cast into the lake of fire. Y'all see that? And brimstone, where the beast and the false prophet are. That's the satanic trinity. I don't know if I got time to get there. And shall be tormented day and night. For how long, class? Forever and ever. Forever, ever. All right, now some of y'all weren't paying attention. Let's read this again. We're going to do the L-Dub version. Y'all ready? Satan broke out of prison. He did his time. He been in there for 1,000 years in a bottomless pit. Say whoa. Because if you dropping for 1,000 years, that's a long fall. He get out. And instead of being on good behavior, a leper can't change his spots. And so now he goes and gathers all of the folk from around that he can deceive. Look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, don't be deceived. Whose side are you on? Come. Then they all come together to fight to descend upon one city. They surround one city. That's Jerusalem. Say, When they get there, that's bad grammar, good preaching. When they get there, there is no battle because God says, I got this one. The text says, come. The text says that fire came down, watch this, from who? I don't like the way you talk to me, obey. From who? Y'all say that so weak. From who? Let's go through this again. The devil get out of jail. Instead of acting right, he gonna gather all the boys. They come to your house. They come to Jerusalem, but you had peace, wasn't bothering nobody. Surround your house, but God says, wait, I got this one. And it says, and fire came down from, I feel like running already, but it's too early. I said, and fire came down from God. From where? I will look to the hills from where cometh my help. My help comes from the Lord. Look at the neighbor and say, destroyed. They get destroyed. Huh, y'all see that? But he gets thrown into the lake with the rest of the folk he had deceived. I'm talking to somebody in here. I got to hasten because y'all want to get out of church by before 12, but I feel a good run. My topic, I need you to help me. I know we talk to our neighbor all the time, but I feel real churchy in the room. I need you to grab your neighbor and say, neighbor. Get your preacher voice. Say, neighbor. Oh, neighbor. I need to testify. Now, go and get your preliminaries out. First give it on to God who's the head of my life. Get that all. Get that, to the pastor, saints, and friends. Get it all out. You got to testify, right? But tell him, here is the real part of my testimony. Grab that neighbor's hand. Now, if we were Baptists, I'd say, shake him and rock him. Rock him and shake him. But I ain't Baptist, I'm Pentecostal. I say, oh, neighbor, I saw it form, but I watched it fail. That's all. That's all I got to say. I saw it form, but I watched it fail. I saw it. I saw it come together, but I watched it fail. I watched it fail. I watched it fail. If I was to jump to Isaiah, no weapon formed against me shall prosper. I dare you, double dog dare you, triple dog dare you to open your mouth and give God a praise. You gonna watch it fail. Seated. Y'all making me nervous. Y'all sit down. Surround my house. I saw him trying to get my kids. I saw him jump over my job. I saw it, but I watched it fail. Keep your eyes open. Help is on the way. Tell your neighbor, say, neighbor, oh neighbor, victory is yours. Victory is yours. Victory is yours. Victory. Seated. Y'all making me nervous. That's only for the 5 people that are in the room that have been in a fight over the past 2 months. I said this is only for the folk in the room that feel like the devil been trying to come in every area of your life. And this is only for the people who've had unnecessary setbacks and heartaches. You saw it more. But you gonna watch it fail. that the devil God made it fail. Yeah, yeah. He made it fail. He made it fail. Everything that the devil tried, God made it fail. He made it fail. Oh, he made it fail. He made it. Everything that the devil, God made it. Yeah, God made it fail. God made it fail. I did not say he didn't allow it to form. But don't you get caught up in the formation. Get caught up in the fact that God said, I'm going to make it. I came all the way from Gastonia, North Carolina, to tell you that this battle is not yours. It belongs to God. You just keep your hands raised. You just keep your mouth open. You just keep your praise going. God said, I'll take care of the rest. I'll take care of the rest. Some battles you can't fight on your own. You need a greater power. You need a greater force. You need a greater government. You need a greater God. Sometimes it's going to take God. But he made it. I only need 3 of y'all. Your pastor, my friend, my brother, has been under attack, and he has to obey the doctor's orders. So he can't cut up like he really want to cut up. But I just need to see if I have about 3 people that are willing to dance for your pastor vicariously, saying, Lord, this praise is for you, because you made it fail. You made it fail. I need a couple of men. I need a couple of men that are praying God, that God kept your leader. Tried it. I saw it form. I watched it fail. All right. All right. He made it fail. He made it fail. Everything the devil tried. Y'all make a decision. Smooth it out, smooth it out, smooth it out. Y'all done messed up my whole sermon. God made it fit. Be seated. Try to take your seat. Don't overplay. Just let it simmer like some in the crock pot. Just. I just want to say my topic one more time. I saw it form, but I watched it fail. I'm trying to help somebody prophetically because your emotions are stirred because you saw it form. But if you don't grab hold to hope, you'll forget the fact that God says you're going to watch it fail. If I stay in my now, I'll miss what God has on the other side. If I get caught up in what's happening to me, I miss what God is doing for me. I saw it form, watched it fail. All right. Just keep it low country boy. Just let that thing simmer. Don't overplay it. Now don't lullaby me. Just right there. Whew. What does it have to do with the text? I can't really work this like I really want to because I'm gonna run out of time. So no, let me just hasten across the field. Just give you a little couple of nuggets. Is that all right? Wave your hands if you sensed in this season stupid kind of attacks like this just don't make no sense. Like the kind of stuff that make you want to slap people and they ain't even involved. A couple of y'all in the room have been saying, God, this is a little bit much now. I hear you in my prophetic ear. This is a little bit much. I can take that, but just don't add not one other thing. So it seems like you are surrounded by bad news. But every once in a while, I've had to say this to God. Can I just be honest with y'all? God, I just need a win. Hold on, Reverend. I said, I just need a win so I can catch my wind. Who am I talking to in here? It's where God is so much happening. I just need you to give me a win. Can I just Lord, can I just have one day where everything go right? Can I have one day where don't nobody bother me? Can I have one? Matter of fact, Lord, I don't even ask for much. If you can just give me the next 30 minutes without anybody calling my name, anybody sending me a text message, Lord, I just need a win. If that's you, wave your hands. I just want to see if this is the word for you. Now, I got to give you, let me just give you what the Lord told me. Let me give you the instructions, and then, my God, they feel like fire in this room. Let me tell you why I feel like fire. Because sometimes you need a pressure release. Here's a pressure release. Have you ever just been so, like, if anybody say anything else, I think I'm just going to scream. Yeah. That's because you got built up pressure. So the reason we come to church, and in certain moments we need to grab a praise, because you need to let all that, get that pressure off your back. You need to get that pressure off your. All right. Now here's the rule. I wasn't gonna do this, but I feel I can do it. Can I do it? Y'all don't know what it is. When I shout two words, you either gonna scream, shout, run, or do something. All right. If any point in time I say praise break, just lose your ever-loving mind. Now, that may seem unorthodox, uncouth, lack of decorum for some of y'all, because you like to have a structured kind of thing. But here is the antithesis or the opponent to the moment. The devil don't ask your permission when he want to show up in your life. Don't nobody give you a text message in advance and say, listen, trouble on the way. You just sense a thing. Huh? So the reason when I say praise break, you just need to break out, because you need to let the enemy know, though you thought you sent something, I still got my praise. I still got my joy. I still got my mind. Praise break. All right, everybody got the rules. Now say praise break, go slap in. Merry Christmas. Be seated. She said, I got to finish this one here. All right, that's it. That's the cue. Now, here's the thing. I'm not going to tell you when I'm going to say praise break. It just, because that's what happens in our life. Stuff just, no warning, no warm up, no, hey, mayday, mayday, no nothing. It's just like, where'd that come from? Anybody ever say, where'd that come from? Yeah. Now, technically, exegetically, I'm actually already in the text. For what they call a millennium, for those who study eschatology, the study of end times, eschatos, which means the end. If I did protos, that'd be the beginning, but we're doing eschatology, which is the study of the end. So the only way you can understand the end, you got to know the beginning. If you don't understand the beginning, you can at least have some little context for the end. Why do you need to know the beginning for the end? Because he's Alpha and Omega, beginning and the end, first and the last. And if you can understand why he started, you understand why he finished it, because it all starts back with him and ends with him. I can't hear nobody up in here. So whether I start in the end, I'm still going to wind up in the beginning, because he's there all the time. And if, no matter where I am in the book, there he is, there he is, there he is. So we're doing a little eschatology. That's a little, I still got my doulum thing on. We're just a little bit of something. All right. So now, there's a components of eschatology, especially in the book of Revelation, that cause us to be sometimes slightly discombobulated. Let me tell you why. Scholars are still debating today. Is the book allegorical? Is it literal? Is it figurative? Is like this is what really gonna happen? Is it symbolic? Like what it is? Let's go colloquial. I don't care what it is. It's telling my story, because the enemy is real in my life. So I see myself where it seems like for 1,000 years there was peace. Jesus was reigning on a throne, an earthly throne. Just say because it says one angel came down from heaven, grabbed the devil. Ain't that a mess? One angel came down, grabbed the devil, put a chain around it, and threw him in. Let's go through it again. One angel came down from heaven, grabbed him with one chain, wrapped him up, threw him in the pit, and say, stay there. Let's go through it again. One angel grabbed him and had one chain, wrapped the booger up, threw him in jail, and say, stay there. So what you tripping about if it only takes one angel, and that ain't even God himself? I said, if one angel can come down, what you worried about? I got a greater power. Greater is he that's in me than he that's in the world underneath. So we call that the millennium. Big word for 1,000 years. He's thrown in there, and again, I wish I could just work through the phenomena of the fact that he's thrown in the bottomless pit in a chain. But when he gets out, he gets straight out. I wish I could work through that, but I don't want to work through that with y'all. Just nod your head and say, here's the reason why, as I talk fast, as if I'm from Atlanta, Georgia, across the state border. It's because I just need to inspire you to want to leave fear and go study for yourself. I can't give everything to you in this one setting. Is that fair? Is that fair? All right, I'm cutting across the field. So he's thrown in there, and so Jesus is actually reigning, the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords. Mary's baby, there ain't no baby no more. The one that went up on the cross, and went in the grave, came out and said, I have all power. He comes back, and it's now reigning on earth, which is the real fulfillment of what was prophesied to Mary, that he's going to reign on the throne of David, which is a real throne. Somebody say a real throne. And I don't know about you, but I need Jesus to sit on the real throne because I got some stuff down here as his citizen. I need the king to stay on the throne. I can't hear nobody. I said, I need him to stay on the throne. Interact with me down here, but stay on the throne. Because as long as you're on the throne, I can say, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy king. I need to be able to pray to a God that's still, he's still on the throne. Look at somebody and say, he's still on the throne. He's still on the throne. Yeah. Put me a key of B. And so Jesus is reigning. There's peace all over the earth because the devil, what it be? The devil is locked up. So we have 1,000 years of peace. Listen, I don't need 1,000 years. If I can just get like a couple of days, who am rule just like that? And all of a sudden now, I can't explain to you the phenomena or why he locked them up and then let them out. Because if it was me, if I were the judge, I would say, stay your tail in there. Let's go through this again. He locked him up, but then he gonna let him out. No, leave him in there, because leave me alone. But he locked him up, let him out, and then let him go do his thing. My thing to God was, God, why? Because if it was me, and I know I'm not you, God, but if it was me, I would just leave him in there. But God says, I'm going to let him out so I can give him his last public humiliation. And I wish I had somebody here that would say, listen, Lord, give him one more part. Out of all he put me through, humiliate him. Out of all my family's been through, get him, Jesus. Whatever it takes, because the stuff I've been through, I can't hear nobody up in here. I go, whatever you go do. So he let humiliate him. For the nights I cried, make him cry. Lets him out. Now, I told y'all we don't know whether it's allegorical. We just know it's in the text. So if you're literal, you go by one thing. If you're allegorical, you think it's just, symbolisms. You go by another thing. Right now, just say, So he's let out. And then he goes to symbols. Now, the text says he goes out to deceive the nations, which are in the four corners of the earth. That may not necessarily be literal people. Lean in, let me see your eyeballs. That may not be actual literal people. It could be the principalities or the lowercase gods that roam the earth and rule the nations. I know you think it's the Alabama state legislation that makes things happen. No, boo. They are just the puppets. There is something in the air. Oh, I got myself in trouble. There is something in the air that regulates what's on the earth. You need Bible to back it up. If I take you to Daniel where it says the angel comes through and says, you were heard the first time, but I got held up by the prince of Persia. In other words, there's something in the air that's governing what's on the earth. There's something in the air that's governing stuff that's on the earth. I'm going to say this again because y'all don't hear me. I said there's something in the air that's governing things on the earth. We wrestle not against flesh and blood. Now you got it. But against principalities and spiritual wickedness and evil in what? High places. And we're not talking about in the White House. No, child, that's another puppet show. I'm talking about what's in the air. I said what's in the air. And matter of fact, that's why you need to be grateful you're in the right house, because we have an altar that's able to touch beyond what's in the air and get to God that's in heaven. I say I can't hear nobody. You ought to be grateful that you got a place where that prayer is going forth. And where there are 2 or 3 gathered, I'll be in the midst. So no matter what's in the air, no weapon, for I got you. If you just... And maybe that's the explanation for some of the attacks that are against this house. If you wouldn't bother nobody, nobody would bother you. You don't like the way I'm looking to you. If you were going to be like everybody else in your family, everything would be fine. But because you said I'm going to be sanctified, now everybody want to be a hater. Now that you said I'm going to go get me a degree, now everybody like, well, child, why you doing that for? Now because you don't want to just be stuck to a low mind and low country boy mentality. No, I got bigger plans. I got bigger dreams. As a matter of fact, I'm not going to let my environment stop me where I am. Because watch this, whenever you get ready to move higher, your environment is scheduled to fight you. I got to say it again. Whenever you get ready to move higher, your environment is scheduled to fight you. Your environment is always scheduled to fight. Whenever you make a vow to God, watch everything break loose. Whenever you give God a yes, watch everything try to make you give God a no. Whenever you try to break generational cycles of poverty and promiscuity, and watch everything, because your environment is scheduled to fight you. Clap like I said, some revelatory. Your environment is scheduled to fight you. Oh my. What do you mean your environment is scheduled to fight you? There are things that are in the earth that are, can I talk the way I want to talk? Can I talk the way I want to talk? Don't y'all drift off and don't go to nobody else's Instagram. You stay right here in this church. There are things that go beyond your age and your lifespan that are fighting against you. Can we talk or talk? All right, now, my cross-reference scripture to back this up, because if I give you Bible, I can feel like I'm in the right house. Was going to be Isaiah 54:17, where it says, no weapon formed. Huh? But now, the whole text says more than just no weapon formed, because if I go into it, it talks about things where no weapon that is formed, no weapon that is formed against you shall prosper. That means it won't be permanent in its productivity. It may work for a little bit, but it ain't gonna work always. It would say like this, but since it's mass choir day, trouble don't last always. That is formed shall prosper, and every tongue that shall rise. So you have weapons that is, but you have tongues that shall. Lord, help me teach you. Take these glasses off so I can't see nobody. I said, the weapon that is and the tongue that shall. Why is there a weapon that is? The weapon deals with technology of warfare. That means there's a battlefield. But the tongue that shall is not a battlefield, it's a courtroom. Some stuff I'm battling on the battlefield. Other stuff I'm battling in the courts of heaven. You don't like the way I talk to you. Yeah. What does it look like? Some of the things you're fighting as far as daddy demons and mama's misery have nothing to do with you or your mother. It's back to generations, because he says, I will visit the iniquity of the fathers to the fourth generation. And some of you just happen to be fighting something you had nothing to do with. I didn't see it, wasn't there, but because it skipped over generations and got to you, you're now battling something you don't even know about. Weapon that is, tongues that shall. How many have ever heard that the enemy is the accuser of the brethren? Wave your hands. If he's the accuser of the brethren, that don't mean he's just a hater on Facebook. Stop that mess. And a side note, stop putting your business all on Facebook in the first place. I don't know who that's for, but I just put it out there. Because that's not your realm of fight. Get myself in trouble. I'm going to talk to you. Come on, stay right there. Social media. Media is short for medium. Medium is an intermediary between two realms. So if it's social media, it's really the social medium between the satanic realm and the earth realm, which was all the part of the plots in the pandemic. He put all of us, because our dominion, go back to Genesis, our dominion is be fruitful, multiply, replenish, subdue, and have dominion where? On earth. That kingdom come, that will be done on earth. So your domain is actually on the ground. When you take somebody that has a ground authority and throw them in the air, you now cause us to fight something that we're not built to fight for, because that's not where our realm is. He's the prince of the power of the... So when you put all your business on social media, you're pretty much saying you're subjecting yourself to what's ever in the air. That's why if you stay too long on social media, it affects your emotions, your health, all that. Come on, am I talking right? They've even proven it that kids, that they're now trying to even put a limit or an age limit on social media, because they realize the dopamine, that's the chemical thing. I could give you another word in the spirit realm. That dopamine it gets kids addicted at an early age. Why? Because if I can jack up your generation early by getting them addicted to something they don't even understand in the spirit realm, I already got them playing for a whole nother fourth generation. I'm trying to help somebody up in here. That's what we're fighting. You got good sense now? Govern yourself accordingly. I just need to vent. No, that's the enemy pulling you into a realm to keep you in a rat race. That every time you just want to express yourself, you got to express it to people that don't know you. And then here's the dumb thing. When somebody you don't know responds back to you in a way you don't like it, they just don't like me. No, child, they don't even know you. It's all kind of foolishness out here, because you are in a medium you're not built to fight in. Am I making sense to anybody? Ken, is my mic on? No weapon that is. Now, the weapon that is, that's the fight. We're in spiritual warfare, child. We fighting the enemy. I'm going to the enemy's camp. Going to take back what? Stop it. Stop it. The devil is actually only in one place. I feel like running. The devil is actually only in one place. I feel something in my shondo. The devil is only in one place. So what are we fighting? You're fighting his government, because a kingdom divided against itself cannot stand. So you're not fighting against him. You're fighting against all his governmental stuff and governmental agencies. So what does that mean to you? You can't fight a government unless you got a government. Preach Dr. Wood. I'm going to sit down on that. I said, you can't fight a government unless you have a government. Y'all missed it. I'm going to say it again. You can't fight a government unless you have a government. What is a government? Well, the kingdom suffered violence, and the violent take it by force. Thy kingdom, thy will be done. That's why he says, greater is he that's in me, because I got a greater government. Send whatever you want to send. I got a greater God. I got a greater government. I got a greater power. I got a greater authority. Greater. Somebody shout greater, greater, greater. Somebody shout greater, greater, greater. Somebody shout greater, greater, greater. And clap your hands for the greater government. Not yet. Because if we dance this time, it'll be a wrap. All right, now, everybody all right? You all right? Obey. You all right? Stop lying. All right, here we go. I was sitting there, Bishop Alexander, I was sitting there cracking up because the apostle baited everybody into a thing. I got some good news for y'all. And I got another piece of news. I'm like, oh, tell what happened next. So I thought it was going to be a testimony. He done went through the numbers and the counting of the choir. 16 people up there, but I told you I want 50. And I'm cracking up because my church think I'm shady. And he did it with a smile. You're out of order. You rebellious. You going to hell for that. You know you ain't going to make it in the kingdom. I love you though, baby, but you know you out of order. And this house going to be in order. Yes, we are. And I'm falling over on the front row because I know half of y'all supposed to be in the choir but didn't want to be in the choir. And when Marcus called, I said, nah, not this week. And then he had to repeat it. I thought it was hilarious. The greater lesson. I'm just your brother. I'm just unk. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was funny. Because I can see me doing that. They're like, oh, Reverend, you're just being shaded. He do it. You're like, yeah, Apostle. We is out of order. I hate all y'all. The reason it's important, I should be walking. The reason it's important is because watch this. In the military, all my military people, if you've been in the military, wave your hands. Clap your hands for them. I mean, celebrate them. Celebrate them. Thank y'all. Because I'm not, my son to turn 18, and I don't want him, not now. Not now. Not now. Because you never know what And the reason I say not now is because if he becomes a part of the armed services, he is subject to whatever the authorities say. Whether he likes it, I like it or not. If he enlists in the Army, Navy, or Air Force, or the Marines, he is subject to whatever the authorities send down. And the commander-in-chief is the one that has the highest level of rank and authority to say anything to the armed services. Talk back to me in here. And no matter how, there's a word, I just don't want to have certain fights. No matter how discombobulated his actions may be. We'll talk about that later if I ever come back. Whoever is under him has to be subject to him. Why? Because they're trained from boot camp on that you have to obey orders quickly and concisely. Why? Because if you disobey orders, you could cost somebody next to you their life. I'm not training you for peace. I'm training you for war. You think the instruction about the choir is, no. I'm not just training you for peace. I'm training because we're in the fight of our life. And if I got to have a church in order, because we are in a battle for our life. We're in a battle for our kids. We're in a battle for generations to come. We're just not here just singing. We're not just out here praying. We are in the fight of our life. And I need everybody under the sound of my voice to be in line so that we can make sure that everybody make it. The problem, the problem is that, watch this, the enemy knows about order because the text says he goes out to deceive all of the nations. How do you get a nation? You get the nation's leaders. And if you get the nation's leaders, everybody that's under that nation must subject themselves to the order of the nation's leaders. And that's why in the leadership, we got to make sure we stay aligned and in order. Because if we're fighting a unified enemy, you can't fight a unified enemy. You ain't unified. I heard you praying. You can't fight a devil that's all together and everybody's aligned and you trying to see who gonna wear what they want to wear, who want to do what they want to do. We all got to be in order. We all got to be aligned because we're in the fight of our. Y'all good? You understand what I'm saying? All right. So, I'm not prophesying nobody today. I feel it in my shondo, but I'm not going to do it. My assignment is simply to tell you, you're in the fight of your life. And it's a war. It's not a battle. It's a war. It's not a battle. It's a war. It's not a battle. Battles make up war. But war is not a battle. Some of you are tripping because you lost a battle. But you're going to win the war. You got me yesterday, but today's a new day. I'm trying to help somebody get that thing off you. I said, you got me yesterday, but today's a new day. I said, today's a new day. I woke up with new mercies. And because of the Lord's mercies, we are not consumed. His compassions, they fail not. They're made new every morning. Great is thy faithfulness unto me. If I can have about 50 people open him, I say, Lord, thank you for your faithfulness. Thank you for your faithfulness. Thank you for your faithfulness. Great. All right. I saw it for him. Yeah. I watched it fail. I'm done. Grab your neighbor by the hand and say, neighbor, oh neighbor, you are in the fight of your life. All I need you to do is obey. God gonna do the rest. I don't know who that's for. I said, if you just obey, God will do the rest. If you just stay, be still, let the Lord fight your battles. Victory. If I hold my peace, 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 let the Lord fight my battles. Victory shall be mine. I wish you would open your mouth and say, victory is mine. I said, I wish you on this. I say, victory is mine. I told Satan, get thee behind. Victory today, victory today, victory tomorrow shall be mine. If you got victory, praise break. If you got victory, praise break. That's the assignment. Just get the click track going. I want one more praise, and I'm leaving. It's 11:36. Give me the click track. Y'all been wanting to shout all day. Hurry up now, before they think y'all being disrupt. You are not in a battle. You are in a what? You're not in a battle. You're in a what? Shake off the loss from yesterday. Shake off what you saw yesterday. Shake off what happened yesterday. Ooh, I feel fire on me. I said, shake off what happened before. If you could just keep your eyes set, it's called prolepsis. Everybody say prolepsis. A prolepsis is you speak of a future thing as if it already happened. Y'all missed what I said. You speak of a future thing as if it already. You speak of a future like it's a past. The text says, and when. But it ain't happened yet. But you gotta talk like it's already done. The text says, and when. But you gotta keep a confession in your mouth that it's already over. It's already won. I'm already on the other side. I said, I'm already on the other side. How can I talk like that? Now faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. Why you acting like you're acting? Because I already see victory. Why you sound like you sound? Because I already see victory. Why you dancing like you're dancing? Because I already see victory. Look at you and say, neighbor, oh neighbor, I think I see something. I think I see something. I see victory up ahead. If I could just keep pressing, if I could just hold fast, I see victory on the other side. I want you to find 5 people and tell them victory is on you. Victory is on you. Victory is on you. That's 5, 2 more people and tell them victory. Wave your hands again. I'm done. Wave your hands again. If, hands down. I give y'all instructions. Y'all wave. Y'all happy. If you know it's been an unusual fight and you have no explanation, wave your hands if it's just like you can't understand what it is. All right. Shh, don't overplay me. Hold on. Just give me 2 chords. Make me feel real spicy. And an orchestra hit. Thank you. The Lord wanted me to tell you that the enemy is leaving breadcrumbs for what the fight is. I said the enemy is leaving breadcrumbs for what the fight is. What are breadcrumbs? If you get attacked every night at the same time, that's a breadcrumb. I gotta get out of here. If you get attacked or hit, every so often, check the interval of the times. If every night at 2 o'clock, something attacks your body, that's not normal. That's an assigned attack for a reason to get you either to do something or not to do something. Stop giving your money to ER and bring it here. I just saved a few of y'all a few $100 because you're going to ER for a spiritual problem. I told some of my sons, I said, stop going to ER because they're going to take your money or put you in debt only to give you something they don't even know what it is. Am I making sense to anybody? Some fights are legal Some fights are battlefield. What's a legal fight? Somebody in my family opened up a generational door that allow iniquity to come in, and I'm paying the price for it. Other battles are like, stretch your hands towards apostle. I got to display this a different way. Just keep it, don't break it. Just keep it smooth. Yeah, I love it. Let me tell you why I'm asking you. Because of his assignment to break something off this region. If I'm on this level, those fights, but when I start bothering things that are on this level, the fights are different because you're now disrupting things that impact more people. Everything I've ever heard his mouth come out of his mouth is always not about just this church. It's about this. So stop thinking local and start thinking regional. You'll start changing how you perceive what's happening. Am I making sense to anybody? If you were only to impact 5 people, that'd be a different fight. But when you're called to impact 5 regions and territories and states and things, that's a whole other fight because you're bothering things that don't want to be bothered. Am I making sense to anybody? Some stuff is legal, some stuff is battlefield. The reason I need to make sure the Lord sent me to give you this word is I saw it form. I watched it fail. It's because God wouldn't bring you this far. God wouldn't keep you alive this long. Oh, I feel like crying. I said, God wouldn't keep you alive this long. Matter of fact, wave your hands if you know you should be dead by now. But God said no, because it's not your time. Raise your hand if you know the enemy tried to kill you, but couldn't kill you. Wave your hand if you saw death walk by your door. But then God said, no, not now, baby. I didn't see anybody seen a straight bullet or been in a bad car accident or had a life-threatening issue. And somehow God, that means God got a plan for you. I wish you would say, Lord, thank you for your plan. Thank you for your plan. So when you go home, after you eat your Sunday chicken, catfish, sit down and start writing down the patterns you've seen in your life. We can shout, dance, run, but if you don't catch what I'm telling you now, it's all gonna be write down the patterns. Because if you can look at the patterns, you say, oh, that's what you keep trying to do. Oh, that's what you're assigned to do. And when you look at the patterns, some stuff has nothing to do with you. Then start looking at my mama, my auntie, my grandmama. Ask somebody about your great-grandmama. What it will do is reveal to you the DNA riders on your life. Why do I say DNA rider? Because whoever has this DNA, they not only get the DNA of your nose, your eyes, can you cook, all those things. They also will reveal to you what you didn't want to come with it. Because there's some stuff I didn't want to come with my generation line. I wish I had 5 more people say something to me in here. Open your hands now. Father, in the name of Jesus. Just keep the click track on, but just keep it, just minor chords. Keep your hands open. Lord, I ask that you give divine interpretation of what's happening in the lives of the believers. The enemy is coming to attack the saints. Victory is on the other side, but they have to be able to endure. Lord, if you can reveal what it is, if you can give us a diagnosis, it will change our prognosis. If you can give us an analysis of what's happening, God, it'll change how we view what we're in now. Somebody in the room, Lord, needs hope to make it through today. They came in these church doors saying, I don't know if I can take anymore. But God, if you could just give them divine interpretation of what's going on. As they have their hands open, Lord, their lives are open. In the name of the Lord Jesus, I thank you, Lord. I thank you, Lord. The divine strategy and unveiling of patterns is going to happen even on today. In Jesus' name. In Jesus' name. If you need salvation